anything else. Now, are you suggesting also, given the example you just gave now, that this is where we're going perhaps for the July 15th event that seems to be pinging on everybody's radar, from the psychics to the remote viewers to the predictive linguistic data? Is that what you're suggesting also for that?
Yes. Yes, we did another future target last month, and I wasn't told. I still am double blind. I don't know who tasked it or what it was. I just know that we didn't get data congruent to that tasking. I know that it was something involving the year 2050, I think. And it may be a little harder to, we think the future is a set of variables, like a forming wave that coalesces into the now. And it may be that so many variables to 2050, or it may have been a poorly tasked target. The remote viewers may have been having a bad day, but we got similar stuff to it was similar to what happened prior to the October 11th thing. So then Cliff High came out with his web bots saying that something big is going to happen in mid-July. Let's talk about Cliff for a minute. Have you been following Cliff since like prior to 2008? How long have you?
Oh yeah, I used to buy the Alta reports and the IDIRs also. We have been following him for quite some time. Yeah.
Cliff came on my radar, early 2000s, and I remember in 2006, 2007, he said in the fall of 2008, there's going to be a big event that will reverberate for years. And it was the 2008 financial crash, and he described that to a T. Yeah. That was one of the best, I don't want to say psychic prediction. He uses web bots to scour the internet to get the language.
Yeah.
And it's what it is human beings have a collective consciousness field that can pick up these big events, and they start talking about it without knowing it by typing things on the internet. And Cliff,
he got the 9/11 right. He got the Bandiachi quake right. He got the blondes on boat that capsized boat in Italy. Sun disease. He got the new money, the new
form of money that he didn't understand what it was before anybody had ever heard of Bitcoin. Because I do remote viewing on this stuff, I try to isolate myself. So I love Cliff, and I listen to him, but I try to do it after the fact. Right. You know, I try to have a lag. So I haven't heard what he's said about this. So we were given a double blind target. You know, we said, here's your target ID, F8D6-Q7F2. That's all we're told. And I sit down and the 5 of us do data. The target Q was extreme tension event, global effective scope, July 15th, 2024. The remote viewer is to describe the reason for Cliff High's 3x graphic movement. He said there's going to be an extreme release.
Emotional tension and release the next day.
This is my data. I'm looking at land. I see a lot of people looking at a big energy event. Lots of people see some big dynamic energy release thing, but I say it might be manufactured. Big sky, dramatic cell phone videos. Isn't Cliff say it would be recorded?
Captured everywhere, on video.
Now, I wonder if he got that from his data or from our data, because he's looked at it. We may be cross-pollinating.
Not sure at this point,
Okay, so I had sounds of people going, oh, wow, I smell dust, gigantic plume, but I say it's enhanced, it's created, it's designed. And those words come to me when I see this image, that little face icon down there. I probe one of the radials for kinesthetics, and these are words and ideas that pop into my mind spontaneously without me trying to figure it out. So a big thing, but it's designed. Let's go to the next one, and I think I have another version of that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at people. I say, there is a projected image. People watch in awe. They're spellbound. It's a created image. It's manipulated, projected, lots of noise. This is to induce some state in the population.
Are we talking Project Bluebeam here? If you're going to
add that, that's kind of what came to mind.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
So next one
Okay.
is when you're doing this as a remote viewer, you're trying not to figure it out. You're just getting the data from your subconscious and putting it on quickly, moving on. Next I saw, and this was something I've never seen in all my remote viewing. This looked like the human nervous system. Like I see a bundle of nerves, and the word ganglia came to mind. Like the human nervous system, it is being charged or stimulated by some artificial stimulus. It could be EMF or some charged field. Something is activated. This feels like an event Cliff High would predict. Oh, wow. I didn't know that until just this moment that I'd written that was the tasking was Cliff High's event. So
Wow,
that's good data right there.
This
Okay, this
is
is Daz Smith.
Yeah.
He says, this is destructive, covert, planned operatives, an assassination or removal plan.
That sounds like what Alex Jones was
the aim is to destabilize, shock, freeze an entire country. Feels like the U.S. AOL dirty bomb. I get a real feel that this will be a 2024 version of a 9/11 type event.
Wow.
Okay, go on.
So that's Daz also being tasked with the July 15th double blind. Yeah. Okay, very good. Let me bring up the
next. This is Daz again.
Okay.
He says, vaguely concerned from them, their heads, we need to be very careful here. I feel like I glimpsed a scenario event prepared for or planned for or something similar discussed maybe. So that's his data, a big event that was like planned or even rehearsed.
Okay, so lots going on in that video right there, right? Well,